And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hoosiers Lax TV as the Indiana Hoosiers traveled up to Oxford, Ohio and are preparing for their battle against the Red Hawks. I'm Nick Cable alongside special guest Jaffe. How are you doing today?
Doing well. Thank you for having me.
The Hoosiers hopped on the bus and now are here at the beautiful town of Oxford, Ohio, in the middle of campus at Miami University. Just a one-day trip before Easter weekend. They'll hop on the bus right after the game is over, and hopefully they'll go home with a win. And usual face-off man Finn Dexheimer in the circle for the Hoosiers, unable to corral it this time. And so it will be Miami who starts with possession as they pick up the ground ball, but then a nice defensive play from the Hoosiers creates a turnover. Jaffe, early on in this game, what do you think the Hoosiers need to do to get on top and maintain a lead?
Yeah, the Hoosiers are looking to get out fast and play really quick here. There's an interception by Miami.
What just happened with the camera? Sorry about that, folks. A little bit of camera technical difficulties here. But now we're back as the game is underway. Hoosiers with possession. The freshman Frey passes it into the middle, shot and just deflected wide. So the first shot of the game nearly results in the first goal. And now the ride is on for IU, forcing the Miami goaltender to really work hard. Ground ball picked up by Miami. The IU ride is successful as they will take it over. Errant pass goes way wide and out of bounds. A little bit of sloppy play early here for both sides. IU having the bulk of possession in these first couple of minutes. And Frey fires and scores.
Wow, what a goal by Frey.
The freshman has a wicked shot and he shows it off there, and a little bit of his athleticism as well. So that will open up the scoring. The Hoosiers take the early lead, 1-0.
Yeah, and to answer your question, that's just what the Hoosiers need to do this game. If they want to get out and secure a W today, they got to get out and play fast and take those opportunities on offense and finish with a goal like they just did.
That will be the recipe for success today. The Hoosiers started off with the goal from the freshman Carson Frey. Violation in the face-off circle, so IU will get the ball again. Offensive middies just working it around, waiting for an area to attack. Fleming has it, now looks to go downhill. Beats one man and another. The shot does not make it to the net and is deflected. Deflected away. Now we're coming the other way. Quick transition shot and a goal for the Red Hawks. That was Luke Nolan who buried that one for Miami, evening up this game at 1 goal apiece. Jaffe, we saw that quick transition for Miami. What do the Hoosiers need to do to limit that in the oncoming possessions and not allow the quick defense to offense?
Yeah, Hoosiers got to do a little better job of communicating there on that fast break defense. I think it was just an unsettled situation that they got caught, and good play by Miami of Ohio to put that one in the net. Almost got one back right there, though.
A quick shot results in it goes just wide, but the Hoosiers are closest, so they will retain possession. Pass again goes the other way, and here come the Red Hawks once more. Now they will set up their offense, spreading it out wide. The goal scorer, Luke Nolan, moving it around. Some stout defense from IU, forcing Miami to work it outside, but now a good dive in and a shot goes long.
And that's great defense right there from transfer Zach Stouffer. Great LSM, playing really well on the ball this year.
Miami possessing, shot. A dangerous area to shoot from, but Kenny might have got a piece of it, and it will go out of bounds once more. Gets in the middle again, but the shot can't find the target, and the Hoosiers will pick up the ground ball. Looking to clear, comes back to Kenny. He loves to get out there and launch it, and that's exactly what he does. Finds Whipple. Then forward once more. Hawkins with it now, with time and space. Passing over the middle, looking for Trumbull. Pass too high. But then they get one, and it just sneaks in. And so the Hoosiers take the lead for the second time today, answering after the Miami goal, putting them up 2-1. And Dexheimer wins the draw. Goes backwards with it. R.C. Baldwin moves it to Kenny. He fires. That pass is intercepted, but then finds the ground and picked right back up by Fleming. And now Miami takes it away and looks to clear. Long pass over the middle, gets deflected. And here come the Hoosiers with the man right in front. Shot, and it's a goal.
Wow, what a great play in transition right there from the Hoosiers.
Trumbull was the one to finish it off. He had space, one-on-one with the goalie, and he's not going to miss from that area a lot, and he did not that time. So the Hoosiers add on to their lead.
What a great play right there by number 9, Fitzpatrick, getting the ball in transition and giving it off to Trumbull for the goal.
So the Hoosiers take the 2-goal lead in the first quarter. But to give up the face-off to the Red Hawks. Now working with it quickly, shot. Kenny makes a save and looks to get rid of it quickly. Finds it to the stick of Whipple, but then it's batted out of his stick, and Miami takes it right back. Would have been a dangerous clear had Whipple been able to hang on to it. He had a lot of green grass in front of him. Shot goes wide over the cage. Miami's going to keep it. And work from X. Finds a nice cutter. Can't get the shot away. Back up top. Gets a screen. But quality defense from Streeper doesn't allow anything over. And then a bounce shot from way up top. Catches the upper 90s and cuts into the IU lead. Miami gets their second goal of the day. So after the Miami response, the ground ball face-off comes out to the Hoosiers. And they're going to reset with Kenny manning the clear. Creepy moves it up. Space to attack the net. In transition, spinning. He's hit on the ground. That will result in a flag. And we will have our first man-up situation of the game for either side.
Going back to that transition work right there by Kenny, it's something the Hoosiers have gotten significantly better at as the season has progressed, working on that clear and making sure they're not getting any failure to advances and really pushing in transition to create some opportunities like we just saw.
It's where they've been most effective today and for a lot of the season. A lot of quick goals with the fast O-middies that IU has in its back pocket. As we wait to sort out the penalty. Trumbull with it up top. Passing it over to Frey. Hoosiers just working it around. Quick passing. Trying to find a lane to shoot it. And they do take a shot, and that's save made. And now a scrum for the ball. Hawkins comes out with it. Then the pass is deflected wide and out of bounds. Hoosiers will pick it right back up. Fleming. Back to Trumbull. Can't quite handle the pass. Ten seconds left in the penalty. Hoosiers trying to get one last shot, and it comes, and then it's deflected. Oh, but then right after the deflection, a quick shot that got through a couple of bodies finds the back of the net to put the Hoosiers back up by 2.
Got a player down, it seems, right now on the far side of the field. I can't quite tell who it is for the Hoosiers.
It happened right at the tail end of that play. And Jaffe will take a leave of absence as he is going to...
Is he good?
As Brett was the man who took the hit, but he's walking off on his own accord, which is a good sign.
I'm gonna take a look at him. Miles.
So after the goal, the Hoosiers and Dexheimer win the faceoff, advancing it forward. And Frey will just pull it right back out and wait for the right personnel. That includes Hawkins and Fleming.
And look at Kravats, just took a big hit going right back into the game.
Fleming spins, loses his footing, is able to get the pass away. And Trumbull picks it up, somehow stays in bounds, and moves it right over to Fleming, the Hoosiers offense. Moving now, and a shot on, and another goal. The Hoosiers are scoring at will in this first quarter, already 5 on the day. Yeah. So IU advances their lead to 3. A couple goals back-to-back for the Hoosiers. Face-off rolls all the way back deep into Red Hawk territory, but they are able to pick it up and now look to clear. A great cross-field pass for Miami, and now they have numbers, but elect to pull it out. Great defensive pressure from the Hoosiers. Forces a ground ball, but nobody can pick it up. It finally comes to Sam Kleeman. And then Kenny gets the ball on the pass. Too high. So Miami picks it right back up. Weinbrenner with it now. And a shot deflects off a couple IU defenders.
Here goes Gus.
And Callis takes a hit there. Both teams are having a lot of problems picking the ball up off the turf on ground balls today. So now it is IU After the chaos calms down a little bit, Hawkins trying to work on his man, and he spins around him, gets by him, looking for options, spins once more inside, shot goes wide. Frey takes a hit and on his knees decides to launch one at the net, makes for an easy save. Miami trying to clear. Tobel working down the alley, tries to get a bounce shot off. That's way wide. Now the ground ball. Callis picks it up, but he's got pressure all over him. Just throws it to the side, but luckily for him, it deflects off of Tobel, and IU will get the ball back. Kenny moves it to the speedy Whipple, and he turns on the Jets. Now IU with possession late in this first quarter. A pass and then a hit. So Miami comes the other way. Working in transition. It's Nolan. He had the first Miami goal on the day. And Alex Morris now with it. Moving it back out top to Weinberg. Diving down the alley, looking for options. He has none, so he's forced to work from X. Beard passes it up top to Weinberg. Moving it around. Good defensive stick work there. Just 30 seconds left now on the game clock. The shot, and it goes wide. "16 seconds left in the quarter. Miami wants one last shot to try and cut into this IU lead. The shot deflects off the post, and it looks like IU will clear the danger. And that will end the first quarter of play. IU goes to the break with the lead, score of 5-2 here in Oxford. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes. And welcome back to Hoosiers Lax TV as we get ready for the second quarter of action here in Oxford. It was a story of offense in the first quarter. The Hoosiers put 5 in the back of the net, and the Red Hawks got a couple of their own. So now we will begin with a face-off. Goes to Miami. Working down the left alley. He's met by a host of Hoosiers who take it away from him. And there goes Whipple off to the races.
Whipple has so much speed.
Finds Trumbull behind the cage. Working it to Frey. Brett pulls it out. Fleming takes a bit of a beating as he drove towards the net. Took the physicality in stride and held onto the ball. Hawkins uses the screen, then spins. Can't get the ball out of his stick. Elects to hang on to it. He's taking a beating. Working from X. Oh, a little BTB behind the back move. What a nifty finish for Hawkins. Putting the Hoosiers on top by 4.
Yeah, he got real upset there. He's getting pushed in the back a couple times, and what a reaction from Hawkins to come around the cage and score behind the back.
Give him a little bit of that smells gesture because that was nasty. Just the way the Hoosiers wanted to start the second quarter here in Oxford. And Dexheimer keeping the momentum alive. Wins the faceoff. But then the Hoosiers lose it, and here come the Red Hawks. And an ugly pass goes out of bounds. Wasn't in the direction of any Red Hawks player, so IU will get it right back. Not a lot of things going right for Miami up to this point. Skip pass looking for Frey. He can't quite corral it. Now a ground ball. And we're going to get a flag. Trumbull was going to get a slash there as he just had one hand on the stick, tried to force a loose ball. So Miami, after the next stoppage, will go a man up for the first time today. The Hoosiers were 1 for 1, and their man up situation in the first quarter have not gone a man down yet. Quick offense from the Red Hawks, trying to get a shot away. Deflects wide, and that will prompt the stoppage.
And that was the reason for the flag we just heard from the ref. It was a free hand on the back hold, for anyone wondering.
So 30 seconds for Trumbull. I really didn't think he caught the back of the jersey with the hand.
Yeah, I didn't see very much there, but
the official saw otherwise. So Miami with a chance to cut into the 4-goal deficit. Loses the ball. They've just had a real big problem possessing it today. Tobel works it over. Didn't even get a shot as Whipple comes back in. The offense just looks stagnant on the man up, which is not a great sign if you're a Red Hawks fan. The Hoosiers defense has kind of got their number right now, and now IU will transition into offense. Here comes Trumbull, makes a man drop, and then takes a shot, deflects high. Miami picks it up, and now we'll have a chance to move forward quickly. But IU gets it right back, and Trumbull with a little counter hit there with the ball in his hands. We know he loves to be physical, and showed off his dominance right there.
Yeah, he's come back in from that penalty, a man on a mission looking to make an impact here.
And he made his impact directly on that Red Hawk defender. He's gonna feel that one tomorrow. Frey cutting in the middle. Can't hang on to the pass. Trumbull able to pick up the ground ball. What looked like it might have been a late hit was not called. Retchin, the keeper, trying to start the clear. It was successful. The LSM passes it forward. Miami taking their time. Now driving inside. Can't get a shot on net. So IU will take over. Another stand from the Hoosiers defense. They've held the Red Hawks scoreless in this second quarter up to this point, and really it's been about 10 or 15 minutes since they've had a goal. Letchin's pass does eventually come to his man, but after it took a funny hop. It's just been the simple things for Miami that's giving them a tough time. Their passes don't look very crisp. The clear hasn't been perfect, and the offense looks stagnant right now for this Red Hawks team. They need a quick jump start, and they need it now. Can Tobel be the one to do it for them? Forced back out wide. Just working it around. Cutting inside. The shot. Comes back, and Miami holds on to it. Now looking to attack. Cuts inside. Bouncing off defenders. Fires. Shot save made by Kenny. Moves it to Baldwin. Textbook clear right there for the Hoosiers.
That was beautiful. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hoosiers try to take a large chunk of the clock out right here.
Already with a substantial lead. They'd be content just to possess it and wait till the shot clock runs down and get a good opportunity. Frey looking for a shot. He takes one. That one goes low and wide. Coming more so in our direction. Trumbull will start from X. Gets a screen. Takes a shot. And a save made right off the body of Bletchen. Fleming takes a hit as the Red Hawks clear. Miami cannot possess for long as the Hoosiers force another turnover. A poorly made pass in transition for IU forces the ground ball, but they get it right back. They have just dominated in that category as they have in many today.
You can see Trumbull calling for a settle. Then they're going to do the same thing, take some time, work the ball around, and look for a high-quality shot here.
Working from X. Throws a low shot, sneaks by the cage. And the long pole was there for Miami, so they will take it back. They've had problems clearing the ball today. Ooh, nearly the high pass went out of bounds, but a good athletic play from the midi allowed him to corral it. That was Jimmy Ryan, who still possesses the ball now on the left sideline. Ryan back with it now. Working down low. He can't handle the pass. Kenny is able to pick it up and moves it forward. IU with numbers. Trumbull right on the doorstep. Can't finish. Rebound handled by Bletchen. A lot less scoring in this second quarter. The lone goal came early, and it was the Hoosiers who added one more onto their lead. 6-2 is our score. Weinbrenner trying to create something by himself. Miami slowing it down, trying to work from X. That's Tobel. Driving. Just cannot hang on to it. Too many Hoosiers surrounded him there and knocked the ball away. That's been the story for this Red Hawks offense. They've been unable to get a lot of shots and high quality shots at that, but now they have an opportunity right on the doorstep in transition, and they put one away. Alex Morris finds the back of the net for Miami. So the Red Hawks get their first goal of the second quarter and cut the deficit to 3. Miami wins the face-off and will get yet another offensive possession. The one thing they have been better about in this quarter is time of possession, but they have not capitalized it. They have not converted it into many goals. Looking to go back-to-back on 2 possessions if they can put one away here. Good pass inside, cutting, and the shot goes wide. That was another good look for Miami. Starting to click a little bit now on offense. A heavy fight for it on the sideline.
And a great play there by Fitzpatrick to get the ball to go IU's way. Or not.
Call was reversed. Fitzpatrick thought he had gained possession. But Miami will get it once more. Coming from X, taking a jump shot. And that is high and wide. Off of 1 foot. Weinbrenner. Asking for a screen. He gets one. Uses it. Uses his body. Pass deflected high. Hoosiers got a couple sticks on it. But then Kenny looking to clear.
Wow, Kenny looked so good in the first quarter, and right now he's just throwing the ball all over the field. He's really got to get that back under control if the Hoosiers want to make a stand.
Kenny darting around his cage, looking for somebody to pass it to. He gives it to Whipple, who moves it up to Fleming. So now the Hoosiers finally get a break on defense, and they will call a timeout. So as the teams take a little break, we'll take one as well. This is Hoosiers Lax TV. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to Hoosiers Lax TV. After IU called a timeout, they will have another offensive possession. It's been few and far between as of late for the Hoosiers, as Miami has dominated in time of possession for the last couple of minutes of this second quarter.
See if the Hoosiers can't draw up a play or take some time off the clock, have a possession, and score a point here.
They've been scoreless for the last couple of minutes. Two minutes till the end of the quarter. A moving screen. Called on Trumbull, and it's unfortunate because Frey had a nice shot right after the call. Bletchen looking to clear. Pass too high. And a big time hit and another body lay. This is a physical game right now. These teams getting into it. Getting hyped up on the Miami side after Frey took a beating.
something to keep an eye on as Frey gets pissed off. He starts to shoot the ball harder. Seen that shot go up upwards of upper 90 mile an hour when he gets kind of angry. Something to keep an eye on here.
And the official calls a timeout. I believe there's another ball on the field. So as we near halftime, Miami trying to mount some sort of comeback. Down by a score of 6-3. Had the last goal in this game. It's been even in the first quarter, just one goal apiece for each side. IU trying to turn defense to offense. Excellent transition D from the Redhawks. They're going to be able to pick up the ground ball. .30 seconds left in the first half. Miami, quick shot. Kenny Mick with the save. Now one last opportunity for the Hoosiers to add on to their lead. Whipple moves it into the offensive side of the field. Taking it all the way down, he gets hit hard by a host of defenders as Miami just launches it all the way down. Kenny takes it, fires it himself, and that will be the end of the first half. The Hoosiers go to the break up by 3 here in Oxford. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the start of the second half. And welcome back to Oxford as we get underway for the second half of action here. I'm Nick Abel, joined by special guest Daffy. You know, it was a early start to that first quarter. The Hoosiers got on top and led 5-2 after the end of the first. What did you see in that second quarter that kind of slowed down the Hoosiers' offense as they only scored one?
I don't think it was so much as the Hoosiers offense as much as the Miami offense. They really came out swinging in the second quarter. They were playing well in the transition. They had good D, and they were taking up the clock and putting the ball in the back of the net. So I think the Hoosiers need to do a better job in transition. I think they need to possess the ball better. And if they can do those two things, I think that they're going to look really good for the outcome of this game as they miss a shot wide right there.
They definitely struggled in the time of possession column towards the end of that second half. They do lead by 3 goals, but Miami is not a team who's afraid to come back in games. They had a large comeback last week to squeak out a win. Both teams that like to come from behind. The Hoosiers have had a knack for doing that this year as well. Hopefully that won't be necessary for IU today. It's Fleming who starts it for the Hoosiers. Takes a shot, gets hit, and finds the back of the net. A fantastic finish for Richie Fleming.
That one was a bit off speed, huh? It looked like a changeup coming out of his stick. Way to fool the goalie and get up early again for the Hoosiers. Great start to the second half for Fleming and IU.
And Fleming's changeup got a swing and a miss from Bletchen in the net. Increases this IU lead to 4. They have not led by more than 4 all day. Dexheimer wins the draw. And Whipple will start the offense. As Hawkins makes his way onto the field. Moves it over to Frey. Spacing it out. Now Hawkins looks to attack. Diving. Shoots. Low bounce shot. Nice save made there by Bletchen. And now Miami the other way. Here come the Red Hawks. Shot.
Be interesting to see. Fleming is caught on the defensive side here. Let's see if he can get off. He gets off just fine.
Miami now getting their first offensive possession of the second half. Good opportunity right there in a good area to shoot. It was a nice pass up top from Savello.
Had a wide open look. I'm not sure why he didn't just dive to the rack there, but good save by Kenny.
Savello with it now. Takes a low bouncing shot. Kenny with an athletic save. Deflects it wide. Miami is able to retain possession. Ryan Jimmy. Work down the alley. Cuts inside. Good defensive play. Got the stick wrapped up. And then another quick shot and a save made by Kenny. A couple nice saves there.
Kenny's really come out and he's seeing the ball super well right now.
Working from X. Savello backs it out to Weinbrenner. Another bounce shot. This one goes high and wide. In the first half, we saw a lot of lack of shooting by the Miami team, not so far in this third quarter. They're taking a multitude of shots. But Kenny holding strong for the time being. And then a quick mistake from Luke Nolan gives the Hoosiers the ball. Kenny moves it to Whipple. And Whipple nearly with a costly turnover, but fortunately for him and the Hoosiers, Alex Weinberg tossed it out of bounds. Frey now with it for IU. Frey spacing it out. Not a lot of movement right now from this Hoosiers offense. Starting slow in this second half. But Hawkins moving quickly. Finds a man right in front. Can't possess it. Ground ball coming. Are you able to hold on to it? Hawkins has Trumbull wide open and he buries it.
This team is playing so well right now. They're moving the ball well, they're in transition well, and they're looking really good as they go up 5 goals here.
Their largest lead of the day. Trumbull was in the right place at the right time, then a little wraparound. Added on to this Hoosiers lead, putting them in a good position here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard after the ball went out and Kenny had that great stand, some behind-the-scenes fun in MCI Lacrosse. He was looking at our videographer, asking him, hey, how did I look? Did I look cool? Just cool moments that you get to hear on the sidelines here in Oxford.
Getting the job done's important, but style points also matter for socials. And if he keeps playing like he did that last possession, he's going to have plenty of good film to work with.
Let's get him an NIL deal, huh? Oh, there he is again with a great save down low.
He must have heard us because that was a fantastic save. Giving the Miami attackers all kinds of trouble right now. He's a brick wall in net. Miami slowing it down. Coble. Jimmy Ryan. Oh, and a tough look there for Alex Morris as he couldn't handle a pretty easy pass behind the cage. And the Hoosiers sideline really enjoyed that one. Kenny getting way out of the cage to go clear. Ground ball comes to Weinberg. He is getting harassed by Fitzpatrick and company. Oh, and then takes a swing.
Flags down there. That's going to be some retaliation.
You saw the frustration there from Weinberg as he was getting mauled, then decided to take what looked like a full-on axe to the IU defenders, and that is a pretty easy call for the officials. So another man-up situation for IU. They're 1 for 1 today. For how physical this game has been, not a lot of calls have been made by the officials, letting them play. It's a fairly common occurrence in club lacrosse. I think it makes it more entertaining, to be honest. I like it. So now IU looking to increase their lead to 6 if they can convert on this man-up situation. Good ball movement here. Working from X. Pass taken away by Miami. Here they come. They're just going to hold on to it as they let the penalty run out. But then a trailer gets a shot on, and Kenny, with nobody in front of him, no screens or anything, makes another save. He is standing on his head right now. Unbelievable performance from Kenny.
IU has a brick wall in goal right now. His name is Patrick Kenny. Like you said, he is standing on his head.
And a quick shot. Save made, and it goes out of bounds. All back to even strength. So IU cannot take advantage of the man-up opportunity. Miami trying to do anything to cut into this lead. They've gotten a multitude of good shots this quarter, but Kenny has been the difference right now. Weinberg to Savello. Nice hit there to knock away the pass.
Miami of Ohio has a big mismatch with Grant Hawkins caught on the defensive side of the field, and that's another fantastic low save by Kenny.
Low, high, it doesn't matter. Patrick Kenny is saving it all right now. Working from X, right in front. Kenny disrupts that shot.
Whipple played some great defense there, really shutting down and putting his attacker on the turf.
Jimmy Ryan was the one who tried to force that one in the back of the net. He met a couple angry Hoosiers.
Some good defense there from Hawkins.
This shot goes wide. Weinbrenner. Nice defense from the smaller sized Whipple. Not only is he fast, but he's showing some physicality out there right now. A chance to shoot, and he takes it, and another bounce save made by Kenny.
Miami of Ohio making no dents in this IU defense right now, and here comes Hawkins on a fast break with numbers.
Finds Trumbull right in front. Just barely couldn't put it home. Looked like it would have been a perfect opportunity for the Hoosiers to get one more. But good work by Retchen. Hoosiers do get the ball back. Fleming with it. Starting off slowly. Waiting for the right look. And Carson Frey able to convert one there as this lead keeps getting bigger and bigger for the Hoosiers. No signs of life right now for the Red Hawks. Miami wins the draw. Tyler Wilkinson has given Dexheimer a decent battle there in the faceoff circle all day long.
See if Miami can't get a goal here, light something up, and fight their way back into this ball game.
Tough hit there. Sorry about that technical difficulty, folks. And you didn't miss anything.
Jacob Sabat has checked into the game for the Hoosiers on the defensive side, number 27. Sophomore out of New Jersey.
He's a big body, Sabat. He can definitely do some damage and match up with these pretty physically imposing Red Hawks attackers. Hawkins with a nifty move, gives it to Trumbull, takes a shot just too high. Hawkins has been dangling all day long. Had that beautiful behind the back goal in the first half. Nearly had another highlight reel play right there. Good pass right in front, looking for Trumbull. Fleming couldn't find him. Comes back out to Frey. Makes a man miss, falling down, shooting. Save made by Retchin. Miami trying to move it forward, but a misstep in the pass gives IU the ball to move forward with.
I think we got a timeout here is what it seems like.
So, as the two teams take a break, as will we. We'll be right back here in just a couple minutes. Hoosiers Lacrosse TV. And welcome back to Hoosiers Lacrosse TV. IU leads Miami, Ohio 9-3 in the later stages of the third quarter. It was a warm day out, but as the sun starts to set here in Oxford, it's getting cool. You mentioned it at the break, Jaffe. I don't know, it just doesn't quite seem like lacrosse weather when you're shivering out there.
I don't know if it makes it less like lacrosse weather or more like lacrosse weather when you're all bundled up on the sideline.
I can tell you what it does. It makes the physicality of both of these teams
Yeah.
hurt a little bit more. Hoosiers have possession in the offensive side of the field. As the bells chime here at Miami, Ohio. Carson Frey uses the screen, passes it to Fleming, shot. Goes wide, Trumbull's back there to pick it up. He will start from X. Looking for options. Finds Hawkins trying to go low to high. Missed it way over the top of the net. Then Trumbull's back there once more. Spinning. Shot. And he sneaks it in. The physical Trumbull able to get the low shot behind Retchen and make it double digits for the Hoosiers.
That's been the name of the game right now for this third quarter, is the offense doing it on one end and Patrick Kenny doing it on the other, and the Hoosiers are playing great all around lacrosse right now.
It's been a sight to see here as the Hoosiers have taken their lead and taken it in stride. Have not let in a single goal since the halftime whistle. A lot of that is to do with Patrick Kenny. And a push, so IU gets the ball back. Carson Frey just waiting.
And the Hoosiers have their one line out for the middies right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they look to extend on this 4-0 run, make it 5.
Fleming lost the ball as he was diving to the net. Retchen trying for the long pass to clear it. Baldwin got a stick on it. And that will do it for the third quarter. IU dominating that one. Taking their lead up to 7 as they take a quick break, as will we. Don't miss a beat here at Hoosiers Lax TV. We'll be back for the last quarter of play. And welcome back to Hoosiers Lax TV. At the end of 3, IU leads 10-3 over this Redhawks team. I'm Nick Abel alongside Jaffe. It was a dominant third quarter for the Hoosiers. The best quarter they've played up to this point today. And it was the offense, it was Patrick Kenny. Now what do the Hoosiers need to do to close it out?
The Hoosiers just need to keep doing what they're doing. They're on the downhill. They're running well. They just need to keep this momentum and try to work their way into a win, as that is not the start of the fourth that they were looking for, as Miami of Ohio wins the face-off and draws a flag to move into the start of this fourth quarter.
Wilkinson wins the face-off and draws the flag. Penalties are not going to help if you're IU. Now, if you're Miami, drawing as many as you can will be essential to overcoming this, what feels like insurmountable lead that the Hoosiers have taken advantage of. But a chance for Miami to pick one up. They're 0 for 1 on the man-up situation. Did not get a single shot off. That was way back in the second quarter.
This Hoosiers defense has been suffocating. Let's see if Miami can crack it right here.
Quick passes around the outside for Miami. Tobel. Waiting. To Savello. Quick shot. And another save made. Deflected out of bounds. Tobel back up top. Weinbrenner's shot goes wide. Morris will take it in. Tobel to Savello, and Kenny makes the save and holds on to the ball. Then launches it down the field. A great pass. The Hoosiers have numbers in transition. Trumbull working behind the cage. Then to Frey, who's going to just hold on to it.
We have a flag down on the field right now. I'm not sure what for. Saw number 16 Stouffer come down the field looking for the cage, but got called off by a yellow call. I'm assuming because of the flag that came down.
And Frey now with it on the sideline, gets around one man, cuts through another, loses the ball. Ground ball picked up by Miami, and now the flag will come into effect. Miami's going to have to play with some more discipline if they want to come back. Being down a man is not going to help their chances. So Trumbull will start up top in the man-up situation. Hoosiers are 1 for 2 today. Fleming has to go up top to make that catch. Trumbull finds Hawkins. Good ball movement there from the Hoosiers, and the shot was deflected off of a Red Hawk defender.
That ball is moving around. They really do look sharp, don't they?
Sharp indeed. And Fleming launches it.
Beat the goalie, hit the post.
As we are back to even strength. Retchin just fires it down the field. Can't find anybody. Ground ball is loose.
And that's a great playing ground ball from Nathan Hatchett, who's checked into the game.
Hatchett wearing number 38 today.
The senior from Columbus, Indiana. It's great to see him check into the game.
Red Hawks take over in the fourth quarter. They trail by 7. Jimmy Ryan cuts inside. Shot save made by Kenny. He has been phenomenal in this second half, locked down. And then fires one all the way down the field. Oh, just too high for Trumbull. Could have had a good opportunity to attack the net if he would have been able to get up and grab that one.
Hoosiers seem to have made another substitution on defense, bringing number 40 Thompson into the game. Freshman also out of Fairhaven, New Jersey, checking in and letting those ones get a bit of a break.
Good chance to get some work in for some other lines. Ooh, and a big hit there on Retchen. Frey doesn't care that you're a goalie. If you're out of the crease, you're available to be hit, and Frey threw the body at him that time. I'm surprised the Redhawks defenders didn't take more offense to that, to be completely honest.
Yeah, Frey doesn't quite seem to care at what point in the game you're out. If he gets a shot at you, he's going to take it, especially from that retaliation earlier. I could see why he's laying the boom there.
Shot goes high. Luke Nolan couldn't find the cage that time for Miami. Down by 7 in the fourth quarter.
Jacob Sabat playing some great defense right there.
Holding his own right now, helping Kenny out. That shot didn't get anywhere near the net. Shot deflected wide. Now behind the cage, working from X. That's Nolan. Spins. Passes it back up top. Quick shot, bounce shot goes over the cage.
Good
and
D.
back out of bounds.
Good D there from the combination of Whipple and Gilbert. He's playing really good two-man under the ball there.
Nolan from X with the shot clock winding down.
Crease violation right there on Miami.
So a long possession of defense. Stand strong for IU. Miami just has been shell-shocked on the offensive end of the field. They have not scored since the second quarter. Hawkins picks up the ground ball. Multiple Redhawks defenders chasing him. Good spin and a great pass. Now numbers for IU. Now Miami takes it over after IU lost the ball.
Miami trying to clear the ball. Just looks sloppy. Haven't gotten anything to go. They're trying just about anything to get that spark going, to try to start to climb back into what would be an amazing comeback.
Seems it might be too little too late.
As Kenny's throwing Hail Marys out here to Frey.
Oh, and Frey tried to have a behind the back of his own, up by 7. The freshman really wanted to get fancy with it, and he did beat Retchen, just couldn't get it on net.
Showing off for the cameras there, trying to go around the world is what he's doing.
Insult to injury right there if that would have gone in. Bounce shot, save made by Retchen. but then too quickly he tries to pass it forward as his middies were not really ready to transition to offense. And IU will take it over once more. Probably just looking to waste some clock.
It's a good ground ball there from Grant Gilbert, the freshman out of PA. He's played really well today, stepping up into a role, got the start, and he's been playing really well.
Gilbert has done an excellent job. Has the ball now. Oh, a big hit from Tobel, and then he let him hear it as well. And Frey nearly loses it. A little lackadaisical there from Carson Frey, as Gallagher just pounced on him when he lost the ball. Wretched now looking to clear. Frey hits him hard. That's going to be a flag, and that's oh no.
Oh no.
This gets really ugly. Oh
here.
no. And that a fight has occurred on the field. This is not quite the
Wow, number 21 should sit down, and I don't know if he should come back onto the field.
That was a heinous act. Obviously, Frey hit Retchin up high, and Gallagher took major offense to that, came in and just blindsided him. There were multiple fights going on the field. That's as egregious as a play as I've seen this season. I don't think either coaches are going to like how that transpired, so the officials are going to have a conversation. I would assume a couple people would get ejected from this game. Frey probably being one, Gallagher being one. That was quite uncalled for.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't agree with the way that Frey was playing, but at least it was inside the scope of the game.
Yep.
Number 21 on Miami, Gallagher, he was late, he was blatant. I understand that you got to protect your goalie, but coming in with your hands spread apart, coming in high, making head-to-head contact, it's all the things that the rules are trying to eliminate from this game. And it was uncalled for, it was late. Like you said, I would not be surprised if Gallagher gets thrown out of this ball game here, and if Carson gets locked in for quite a long time. I'm assuming with the point discrepancy, both players will be done for the day, but just not something that you want to see here at the end of a really, really good ball game.
Yeah, it is a sizable lead for IU. Frey's play, while not nearly as ugly as Gallagher's retaliation act, was probably uncalled for as well. But that is his style of play. He does not care who you are. If you have the ball, he's going to find ways to hit you. And he did catch Retchin up top, so he would have been going to the box anyways. And you expected some sort of retaliation from the Miami team, but the extent of which they did was unbelievable.
Yeah, my main concern right now is for Carson Frey. I mean, he got clobbered when he came back around. I just hope that he ends up okay.
There were multiple other scrums that Trumbull was getting involved. Everybody down on this side of the field was turned into a fist fight. And so the officials are going to take their time trying to sort this out. This is the hardest they've had to work all day. Oh, and this might be a little bit awkward as Frey and Gallagher are going to go sit side by side.
What's the worst punishment that you can give them is make them sit 3 feet from each other and talk about it.
And I'm sure they're going to be
Sure there'll be words exchanged there as Carson does the mature thing and
takes a few steps down. That's probably
down
smart.
To his left, which I'm sure, and he's moving even farther away at the word of his coach, putting some distance between him.
Definitely
and
advised to do that, which is smart. Don't need any more altercations. That was enough for a game and maybe even a season.
Both sidelines still kind of jarring back and forth at each other. saying words and chirping back and forth after the on-field altercation.
If you're the official or anyone in this game, I think the next concern is that because the lead is so sizable for IU and the game is more or less so probably done, that there's any more questionable plays and dangerous plays, because that could be costly for either side. Trumbull now, after the wild altercation that occurred, is going to possess the ball, and they're going to be content to try and waste as much clock as they can. I believe there is under 6 minutes to go here. Cutting down low, Retchen stands up and makes a save. And now here comes Miami the other way. Savello working now. Shot. And that one sneaks by Kenny. The first goal he's let up all second half. Came at kind of an awkward angle. I think at this point the teams have kind of let off some steams after the incredible fight. Just kidding. Kenny was subbed out. I didn't see that after the scrum. So it's Miles who's in the cage for the Hoosiers. So Kenny's day is done, and his day was impressive.
Yeah, and Miles Reagan, the senior, had a good year last year and has been playing solidly this year. Let's see if he can't close this one out with the Hoosiers. I'm sure, especially after that scrum, they're looking to get out of this game as quickly as possible and make their way back to Bloomington.
Miles and Kenny have spent a lot of time this year, used to coming in off the bench and playing multiple roles. They've been very flexible. It's been a very impressive job by the whole goaltending unit for the Hoosiers this year. It's been one of the strong suits all year long.
.30 seconds left on that penalty. I thought the referees handled that well.
Yeah, they obviously made it clear that they didn't want any more of it, and I think the coaches as well understood as there's a lack of urgency on both sides of the field now. The intensity has definitely been toned down a notch.
Knock from Kravats. He beats his man right there and goes right to the cup. I think that's the dagger right there, giving IU.
And taking the lead back up to 7. Kravats has been great all day long. He spent a lot of time on the field doing his job on both sides. And taking the lead back up to 7 for the Hoosiers. Dexheimer called for the hold on the faceoff. So Wilkinson will possess it for Miami. Rolls it over to Savello. Frey is ditching his uniform, as I think he's done for the day. His pads are now off on the sideline.
Same with the Miami of Ohio's Gallagher. I don't think he's returned to the field of play, and I have to assume that his day is wrapped up.
IU
Jacob
working
Savitt
hard. Savitt
draws a flag.
rumbling down the field. Took a mighty shot with that long pole. Couldn't get it on net.
That ball came in hot.
It's impressive whenever you could see somebody with the long pole get that much force on a shot. It's not easy to get leverage on that thing. I'm sure the Hoosier sideline would have erupted had he been able to bury that one.
He came down the whole sideline. Was screaming, shoot, shoot. Everyone was loving that look from Jacob Savitt.
And IU does go a man up. Gilbert is the 6th man. Fleming takes a quick shot and a save made by Retchen. And back to even strength now after the 30-second penalty. Savitt picks up the ground ball very cleanly.
Having quite the day for himself.
Yeah, he's working hard down there, the big fella.
There's Nathan Hatchett, the senior, making a great pass for the clear.
Well done. The second line doing a fantastic job here today. Everybody getting involved and making their presence felt for the Hoosiers. It's an all-around team victory. As long as they close this one out, which it looks like they will, 11-4 in the latter stages of the fourth quarter here in Oxford. It'll be a happy ride home on the bus for IU. As Trumbull using some physicality, working out.
Oh, Kravats beats the goalie, hits the post, but the Hoosiers really did play a complete game today, didn't they? Really taking over in the third quarter with their transition and their high-powered offense, as well as Patrick Kenney just standing on his head.
Yeah, there was a thought coming into halftime as the Hoosiers were up by 3 that this Miami team was going to step their game up as they made a big comeback last week to get the win. And they do get another goal right here. That is Savello, I believe. But yeah, a excellent job of the Hoosiers to not let off their foot off the gas pedal and really lay into the Red Hawks the third quarter and even the fourth. Just a complete domination here in Oxford. Dexheimer does come up with the ball. Oh. Pass just too high for Trumbull. A little bit of miscommunication there. So Miami takes it back over.
About a minute or so left to go here. Got to assume Miami's going to make one more push, and then the Hoosiers just going to try to run this clock out.
11-5 as Savello hustles down the alley looking for a shot.
And scores. Miami making a late push here, but I don't think that the clock is going to allow them to continue this comeback. I got to assume that this game's just about wrapped up here in Oxford.
And after the fight, it really has been a lack of intensity for either side. I'm sure that was a point of emphasis probably from both coaches to tone it down, as you don't want to see any potential injuries, as it got very ugly for a brief minute there. And so the Red Hawks with back-to-back goals cut the deficit to 5 in the fourth quarter. Hawkins obviously had a clear lane to attack the net, but it doesn't matter at this point, so he pulls it out.
Some great sportsmanship there from Grant. Chippy game, knowing they have the lead and just pulling it out and letting the clock run out.
And that will just about do it here from Oxford. The Hoosiers pick up the win away on against Miami. Final score 11-6. Jaffe, thank you for joining us here on Hoosiers Lax TV. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you for having me. Big win today. Might have to join back again. Like the way the Hoosiers look today, and hopefully we can keep it rolling into our next game versus Purdue.
And thank you for everyone who tuned in to Hoosiers Lax TV. I'm Nick Gable signing off. Have a fantastic Easter weekend, and we'll see you next time.